Hi, I'm Rabbi Yisrael Bernath, and welcome to my Daily Torah Thoughts. This week I'll be going over ideas for a more meaningful Passover Seder. Today I want to talk about the meaning of Karpas. If you look at the Seder ritual, you'll see number 3 on your list of 15 things that we do at the Seder is Karpas. The Karpas is the first food that we eat at the Seder. It comes right at the beginning of the evening, and without it we can't really even start the Seder. The Haggadah says, take a vegetable and dip it in salt water. Make the blessing, blessed are you God, creator of the fruit of the ground, and eat it. And any vegetable can be used as karpas as long as it fits the following 2 criteria. Number 1, it must be a fruit of the ground as opposed to a fruit of the tree. And number 2, it must not be a bitter herb, such as those that we eat later in the Seder, like the horseradish. I think if we understand the inner meaning of these 2 requirements, we'll really get an idea of the secret of the karpas. A tree is a plant that remains standing year after year. You pick up this year's fruits, and next year the same tree will bear new fruit on the same old branches that grow from the same old trunk. It's not the same with vegetables. When you pick potatoes, when you pick celery or onions, that stalk is gone forever. The next vegetable will have to grow from the ground. Another entirely new stalk has to grow from the roots. This year's potatoes are completely a new plant. They didn't grow on the same stalk as last year's. The old has gone and has made way for the new. The karpas has to be a fruit of the ground because it sets the tone for the entire Seder night. Passover is about new beginnings, taking the first step toward spiritual freedom, experiencing the exodus of the soul from the slavery of bad habits. To achieve this freedom, the human, like the fruit of the ground, needs to renew and rejuvenate, to grow, to develop, to refresh, to reinvent itself from the ground up. The very first man, his name was Adam, because he too was created from the dust of the ground. In Hebrew, that is Adamah. So the karpas shares a message of renewal. It's more than just a nice idea. It's an integral part of the human being. We too have the power of self-reinvention. We are not stuck in the self of our past. We are not bound by our previous mistakes or past failures. We can start again. We just need a bit of vegetable therapy. Now, this doesn't mean to be callous or dismissive of our past mistakes. We have to take responsibility for them and be truly regretful. We may even shed a tear for our wrongdoings, represented by the salt water. That's fine. Tears are healthy when they're an expression of our sincere emotion. But now at the opening of the Seder is not the time to focus too much on our difficult past. We will do that later when we eat the maror. But we can't eat bitter herbs for karpas. If we want to renew ourselves, we need to start with being open and positive, not bitter and resentful. And so we sit at the Seder. We read the same Haggadah as last year. We sing the same songs in the same off-tune way. We eat the same matzah. But before we do that, we eat the karpas to remind us that while things may seem the same, they actually aren't. This year at the Seder, we're opening a fresh chapter. We're turning a new page. It's a new reading of the Haggadah from today's perspective, not last year's. So let the story of freedom speak to you this year with freshness and originality. Like never before, let this Seder night be the launching pad for a new you. I'm Rabbi Yisrael Bernath. Have a great day.